$250,000 gamble around Caitlin Clark's injury return puts Barstool Sports owner under fire. The Steph Curry of the W is back and playing like it. She started for the first time since her quad strain sidelined her for 4 games, and then one more to ensure there are no further problems down the road. The last game she played was also against the New York Liberty, where Natasha Cloud made that last-second steal to prevent Clark from going for glory. That last play turned out to be pretty controversial as Stephanie White criticized the officiating in the press conference, calling it egregious. But this time, CeCe looked like she was in revenge mode. Clark came out blazing, scoring 25 points in the first half alone to help Indiana rally from an early 11-point deficit. Clark knocked down 11 of her 20 shots and tied her career high with 7 three-pointers, many from well beyond the arc. She finished with 32 points, 9 assists, and 8 rebounds, just 3 points shy of her career high, 35, set on September 15 against the Dallas Wings. Clark exploded for 14 points in the first quarter, including 3 triples in the final 86 seconds to flip the momentum in the Fever's favor. While this game proved to be a celebratory occasion for the Fever fans, one of them was particularly unhappy. It was the Clark superfan and Barstool Sports co-founder, Dave Portnoy. Portnoy bet $25,000 on Clark to get 10-plus assists, for plus 3-pointers, 20-plus points, and for the Fever to win, and he was frustrated that the Fever players missed easy shots in that time frame to deny him the payout. He has placed several bets on games involving the Fever, and those wagers have almost always been in favor of Clark. While one of his motivations is clearly to win money, that does not appear to be the only reason he is engaged with the league. His consistent praise and investment in Caitlin Clark's success suggest a genuine interest in her career and the growth of the WNBA. But this time, fans certainly took this opportunity to criticize Portnoy on his gambling habit. For Portnoy to win $275,000, all the conditions had been met by the final minutes. Clark had more than 20 points and even entered the 30s. She completed the 3-point quota in the first half itself, when she went on that alien-like shooting spree. The only thing that remained was getting 10 assists, and as we know, she finished at 9, awfully close to winning Portnoy his parlay. In the final minutes, he was pleading for Clark's Fever teammates to finish shots, but it was not to be. Reacting to his frustration, many fans were quick to criticize the Barstool co-founder. Imagine having such a bad gambling addiction. You watch the WNBA, one fan wrote, insinuating that Portnoy only watches the WNBA for the betting. Dave Portnoy has been an unapologetic supporter of Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever since last year. He has attended games and consistently shown support for her on social media. As a controversial media personality, Portnoy's opinions have drawn significant attention, bringing increased visibility not only to himself, but also to the WNBA. Aside from the bets he has posted publicly, there is no verified record of his full betting activity related to the league. Without that information, it is difficult to determine the full scope of his involvement. What is clear, however, is that his presence and promotion have brought a new level of attention to Caitlin Clark and the WNBA. She should have ended with 15, wrote another fan, expressing frustration over the missed opportunities from Caitlin Clark's teammates. Clark had a strong outing, finishing with 9 assists, which matches her season average. However, it was clear she had created enough chances for even more. You have to wonder how much money you lose in sports gambling. You're terrible at it, wrote another fan. Portnoy has had various bets placed on the Indiana Fever. He bet them to win the 2024 season, and they lost their first playoff game against the Connecticut Sun. A $100,000 futures bet on Indiana winning the championship at 1,001 odds, which could have netted $10 million, but he eventually lost. On the other hand, he placed a $50,000 bet for Clark and the Fever to upset the Sun in a regular season game. Portnoy walked away with $122,500. So his gambling has its ups and downs. I heard she ended up with 9, is that true? Gotta love gambling. Davey, wrote another fan, summing up the unpredictability of high-stakes betting. Gambling is a fickle game. Dave Portnoy managed to get 4 out of 5 legs of his parlay correctly, with Caitlin Clark falling just 1 assist short of sealing a huge payout. On most days, Clark's creativity and playmaking would have gotten her over that line. Passing is one of her biggest strengths, and she created more than enough opportunities for her teammates. A few missed shots ultimately kept her at 9 assists. On this occasion, the outcome simply did not swing in Portnoy's favor. Still, with the kind O